Hey guys, you might know me. You might know me as Wings of Redemption. Some of you might know me as Jordy. Some of you might not know me at all. I've been around YouTube going on 5+ years now, and I have to say, I've been through most of every change that YouTube has done. A lot of them bad, and some of them good. But the object of copyrights has recently come up. I know some of you have seen other videos such as Boogie2988, and you're probably tired of hearing about this topic. But I want to talk about another topic. I want to talk about it in another way or light. So let's go through this and let's talk about a couple things. And I want to keep this simple and easy to understand. So I'm going to ask a couple questions here. What is the DMCA? Who does copyrights help? Why do we need copyrights? And are we really infringing? Let's go with the first one. The DMCA is the Digital Millennium Copyright Act of 1998, signed into law by Bill Clinton on October 27th of 1998. It was mainly a response to the internet area being ushered in, and sites such as Napster were springing up to meet a growing request for music. Napster was taking songs and giving them away for free through a peer-to-peer file sharing system. This angered a lot of big business and record companies and Hollywood studios, because why would people buy albums if they could get them for free? Lo and behold, people buy albums all the time on iTunes instead of going through free file share systems because it's easier. But I digress. So they ended up paying congressmen and lobbyists to push through a new bill that made it illegal for sites like Napster to keep running. The only flaw is most sites are not in this country, and sites such as Megashare and Pirates Bay continue to operate on the same basis known as torrents, but get away with it because they don't actually upload copyright material, but they link to websites that upload, copyright material instead. Regardless, some of the things the law did allow people to do is like create backups for software and computer repair, and they made it so your local cable company could pass the bill to you, the consumer, for breaking the law using the internet service they provide. So if you go and download a movie, you're the one they're going to like, oh, you downloaded a movie, and not this movie is downloaded on your network. So up to this point of the video, I've made copyright protection seem like it's this evil thing, when it really isn't. Why are copyright materials there, and who do they actually help? They make it so you basically can't steal. The idea of a copyright is that someone can write a book, and he gets a copyright on that book. He owns exclusive rights to that material. So if someone wants to sell that book or make copies of it, they would have to make a deal to buy or rent the rights to the book. In a way, it allows the creator to keep control of his work. The only problem is there are hardly any clause for fair use. The term limited was given to the Sonny Bono Act of 1998. With this, it allows the Supreme Court to define limited, or a court system to define limited. And as the Sonny Bono Act of 1988, or is also sometimes called the Mickey Mouse Act, because it allowed works after 1923, an extra 20 years after death, to keep things from flowing into public domain, because Disney wanted Mickey Mouse to stay theirs longer, so they basically lobbied the Sonny Bono bill in that extended the life of their work. So Mickey Mouse, instead of going into public domain, so where anybody could use him or put him in any cartoon they wanted to, they would have to pay Disney even more money. But then the Mickey Mouse money they had to pay Disney probably exceeds the money they gave to lobbyists to write the bill. It's the way that works. So before the Sonny Bono Act, something was only copyrighted for life plus 50 years. So if you live to be 60 years old, you're basically at 110-year copyright. And what Disney did is they added 20 years to that, so you have life plus 70 years. So as most expect as I expect in 2019, Disney will pay for another bill keeping Mickey Mouse safe again. They'll probably add another 20 years to it. And it'll just continue to work that way, because copyrights right now are controlled by corporations, and they're not done in the interest of keeping work safe or promoting creative ideas, which is the whole basis of the copyright itself. So, the length of copyrights are unfairly long. This is my opinion. I feel 20 years is more than enough for a band or song to to be owned exclusively. The idea is that everybody can steal your work, nobody would make the next great song. But I feel this isn't true anymore. I feel we live in a day and age now where society is more in your face, Mr. Right Now. People would rather do something because they love it, or they would like the quick cash income more so than they're worrying about getting paid. Is my next generation, my family, going to live off this song? No, who writes a song thinking about that? How many artists out there are the Beatles? Do you think we'd be listening to a Young Jeezy track 20 years from now? Alright, so it's about 5 minutes in. 6 probably pushing now. Let's get to why I actually am making this commentary. I was hit last night with 289 copyright infringements. Not strikes, infringements. What does this mean? It means I'll no longer be making money on any of those 289 backlotted videos. I don't really care so much about the videos that got hit. I'm more worried about the future of the videos itself. The videos were all hit over petty things. For example, I created a video named Dear Esther, Come Back. It was part 2 of a 4-part series. It is a 20-minute video of an LP of a game designed around a story. The author, or the creator, company, didn't hit me with this copyright infringement. The person with a piece of music in the game hit me with it. There's about 6 seconds of music that plays in this video. And in the video game itself, and into the copyright law, entitles them to all the money I'll ever make off that video from that point on. So, what does this mean? Going forward, as YouTube as a whole, will we no longer be able to have a TV on, or a song to play, or a can of Coke sitting on your videos because you have no control over the labels? What about lip-syncing songs? What about people dancing to the favorite music? These are big stands on YouTube. And they make a little bit of money, but they don't make a fortune. I don't think anybody's ever made a fortune off one single video ever done. Obviously, you can, point fingers to like Schmosh and, Ray William Johnson and PewDiePie. But look at those videos in itself as something great. How many people enjoy PewDiePie? How many people enjoy Ray William Johnson on a daily basis? And Ray William Johnson's whole channel is based around using other people's work. The whole channel. It's a hub. It's a hub channel. Just like a porn hub is based around using other people's work, which happens to be pornography. So, I find this bullshit. People would argue video games themselves, such as Resident Evil 3, which is owned by Capcom, should be a copyright infringement. There are people out there that will argue this. And you can kind of see their point. You are playing a game that they designed, they put all the money into, they paid all the programmers, they wrote the story, they put everything on a nice palette for you to enjoy. But let's look at it in a different way. Let's look at it like Dear Esther. Does that 6 seconds of that 20-minute video that I created and Chinese Room helped create entitle them to every bit of money made off that end product? Let's say, for example, here, this is stretching it now, Star Trek The Next Generation, Geordie LaForge. A lot of people don't know this about me, but Star Trek The Next Generation came out in 1987. My father was a huge Star Trek fan, so much so that the first tattoo I get, if I ever get a tattoo, would be the Federation symbol, because it's the one thing me and my father shared. And Geordie LaForge was made after a character known by Gene Roddenberry to be, he was a paraplegic, or quadriplegic. And this news was floating around in 1986. My father, being such a diehard fan and was eagerly awaiting The Next Generation, named me after Geordie LaForge. And that's how I got my name, Geordie. So, which I was born in 86, by the way. So since I was named Geordie before Geordie LaForge, does that entitle me to all the money The Next Generation made? Because I had a similarity like that? I know that's stretching it, but I just wanted to put that story out there. I've always wanted to put that story out there. Let's use Resident Evil 4 better example, since I already named that. I did a Let's Play on it, and that Let's Play, I feel like more people showed up because of me than they showed up to watch the game. But because somebody helped create a piece of that Let's Play that ended up making whatever amount of views that it made, does that entitle them to all the money? Which they already got some money from me for buying their game. That's kind of where it stretches. I feel like this should fall into fair use. Video games itself should fall into fair use, and a lot of people agree to this. Companies like Activision and Electronic Arts. The Electronic Arts, in my opinion, is the best company right now out for understanding what copyrights are. Video games fall under fair use, such as movies. Movies fall under fair use. Channels like That Guy with the Glasses, fun website. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. He does movie reviews, and he got moved off of YouTube to Blip TV, to different areas, because he gets copyright strikes consistently, because he uses new age movies such as Jurassic Park and things that have copyright claims on them and are going to last hundreds of years. And so him showing parts of the movie would get him a copyright strike, when I feel that if I wanted to watch the movie, I would go watch the movie. I want to watch his review of the movie. And in real life, pictures like Lionsgate, they pay critics to watch their movie and critique it on the internet. But in the same vein, turn around, if I want to review their movie, I can't and make some money off of it. The critic makes money off his review. Why can't I make a little bit of money off my review, and both fall under the same guidelines? I feel like if they don't lighten up on fair use, this will be the death of YouTube. Because nobody wants to come to YouTube and watch somebody, go skiing in the Alps. Nobody wants to come to YouTube and watch, somebody's birthday party. People come to YouTube for a couple of reasons. One, an interest that is equal to theirs, be it guns, be it video games, be it, some type of hobbies. It might be skiing in the Alps, and that kind of contradicts myself. Or two, they want to watch people get wrecked by cops in cars. There's all kinds of things, and learning too. There's learning as well. There's all kinds of things that you can do with YouTube, but I feel like the fair use has to be lenient on. You can't do an algorithm. You can't do this. As long as somebody's not ripping the movie up for the entire length, and just being blatant about it, don't hit it, dude. Seriously. I understand if somebody uploads the movie in its entirety, that you should hit a copyright claim. But for example, another example, I uploaded Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead is a uncopyrighted film. George Romero forgot to file for copyright against it. That's why you can find it on anywhere for $1. So, how did a copyright infringement happen to me on Night of the Living Dead? It has no copyright. Some of it's bullshit, and some companies take advantage of this and make money off of the YouTube system because people are scared to acknowledge it or fight it, because if you fight it, you get a strike, and a strike pretty much means the end of YouTube money altogether. What do you guys think? What do you think about YouTube? What do you think will be the next big thing on YouTube? You think it'll be Twitch? Let me know.